Chris, welcome.
Hey, thanks.
It's good to have you, man. Are you in Colorado?
I am in Colorado.
What part?
Close to Fort Collins. I live in a little tiny town outside of Fort Collins.
Okay.
In the middle of some farms, and I can see the mountains.
I hope so. That's the point of being in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Before we jump into some of this fun stuff with looking at some of the songs that were submitted and also Chris, there's a lot of really cool questions that were asked. But before we jump into that, just tell me a little bit about your life. I think it's fun to jump on, and I think a lot of people know about you, Chris, the legend, and everything you do. What's some of your day-to-day life like that people just wouldn't know? The things, some stuff you do outside of all the audio fun stuff that you do.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I mean, most days I just get up at really early because my wife works at a school because she thought that would be a fun job.
She thought...
Yeah, well, no, she does like it. She likes it.
Okay.
But everybody's up at 4:30, and so I'm kind of waking up and
4:30.
Yeah.
Wow.
Early, and then I'm usually down here mixing by 7 every day, and then I mix until I'm done.
You start mixing at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then whenever the day's work is done, it's done. Unless it gets too late, if it gets to be 7 p.m., then I usually will just call it a day if I'm not done. But yeah, we do lots of motocross. That's kind of our family things. We do motocross in the summer and then skiing in the winter. And
are you a
hiking and biking.
Skier or snowboarder?
I'm a skier.
Yeah. Have you ever done snowboarding?
Yeah. It's fine. It's fun. I mean, snowboarding's cool. I'm just, skis are faster.
Skis are faster. I see skiers flying down. Oh my gosh. So do you like cruise down fast?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. One of the questions somebody actually asked was when you're mixing, in the box, out of the box, do you have tons of compressors around you where you're mixing right now? Is this just a mixing suite? Can you record drums in your spot? What does your spot look like?
No, I'm only set up to record 1 to 2 tracks at a time here. And those all turn out great. I have a really nice 2-track setup. So it's anything 2-track or 1-track is going to sound pretty freaking great. And in here I have a bunch of sound treatment that I did, and, you can kind of see some of the surface behind me of it, but there's actually treatment behind that, and some of it's even 2 feet thick.
Wow.
Some of the different stuff I have going on. So, the biggest thing is that your room sounds right. If your room sounds accurate, it will translate everywhere. I can sit here and trust it all day long. I don't ever have to go do a car test. Anytime I do a car test, I think, yep, that's what I thought it sounded like. I'm never surprised. I'm never like, whoa, that stuck. Ever. It never happens.
I'm always surprised every time. I'm like, where did that freaking thing come from? What is that? So yeah. I need your help.
Hey, I know how to help. But yeah, so I mean, I have a few pieces of outboard gear, and those... I used to have a lot more, but as different plugins have been coming out, I will usually A/B test things and be like, oh, okay, there's one of these out. I'm going to A/B test it against mine. And gosh, recently there's been a few that came out that were, I was like, well, I don't need that anymore. And it's kind of cool because then I just have slowly been eliminating pieces of gear. I used to have tons, and there's just been less and less need for it, which has been nice because it's a lot easier to recall songs without having to go pull all my settings up on my gear.
So you're mostly in the box.
I'm mostly in the box, yeah. This is something I've kind of been wanting to talk about in a production online course, is the organization of a session. I want to point out something that I think is great, and let me even show you this. So this default clip color coding and then track color, right? It doesn't always
Mm-hmm.
work. Sometimes Pro Tools glitches out. In these
Right.
these tracks, it worked. But it keeps, these and these the same color. And it's all up to me about organizing everything into chunks that are very easy to see. There is the industry standard input list. And I say industry standard because basically everybody does it. And I can definitely see, no offense to anyone, but I can definitely pick out noobs when I see certain things. I like, oh, this person is inexperienced because
What's
they
the
don't use
first
the
thing
industry
that
standard.
you've seen that a noob does?
The first thing that I might see is that maybe they put the master bus first or in the middle or something really weird. I see that a lot, like on producers that either are really new or haven't worked with enough people to see how everyone else does it. But I'd
I'm not
say
going to share. I'm not going to share my screen today. I have to go move some stuff around.
most people
kidding.
start with click. Like click is the first thing. So I'll have click guide and then drums. And drums, I will, if I have a problem, let's say this vocal has a problem and I'm like, oh man, just this one word is giving me, or, this phrase right here is just sucks and it's harsh. I'll break it out and I will option 6 and I will just literally just EQ that one section, that one line or that one note or that one vocal, because I don't like EQing vocals. I barely EQ vocals, like on almost everything. And I think it works because a lot of people say the vocals sound really good. So, and I think they sound really good. So, but, I hit it up with spot stuff like this. I hit him with RX. I hit him with lots of different little things. So, I hit him with clip gain a lot.